Hello, good morning. Welcome to Begin, a meditation class for you. I developed this Facebook Live class for beginners, but it's actually for anyone. You don't have to be a beginner. And we'll give it a few minutes. Oh, hello, a few people are joining. So we're going to do some meditation. Good morning. So we'll start by just settling in and making ourselves available to the moment, to the sounds and the sights of the environment you're in, available to the sensations in your body, available to whatever's going on in your mind. So we're just waking up to what's happening right now. And do this with as little effort as possible. Remembering that being present isn't some special thing that you have to meditate for 30 years to get. Being present is yours right now. It's just a matter of being available for whatever's happening in this moment. So just continuing to settle in. You could start to invite some relaxation into your body. Softening the jaw, softening the shoulders, relaxing and releasing the stomach. Just softening, relaxing, and becoming available for this moment. Allowing your breath to be natural. You don't need to control it in any way. Okay, so for today, we're going to work with physical pain. So this is something that comes up all the time for folks new to meditation, but it can also come up if you've been meditating for years, depending on what's going on with you. So we're going to work a little bit with it. So basically, when we're in pain physically, let's say you broke your leg and you're sitting there in the ER and you're waiting to be admitted and you're in a lot of pain. Your leg is killing you. So there's the option of being in pain and not suffering in that situation. At least moment by moment, not suffering. Sometimes the pain so intense that it builds to a point where you can't really navigate it. But let's say that you've been practicing meditation for a while, you have some good meditation skills, and what you can start to do is separate the mental activity and the emotional response involved with the pain out from the pain. So then you're just dealing with the actual pain instead of the emotional response and instead of all the thoughts about the pain. Now, when we do this, we stop suffering. Yeah, there's still pain, but pain is not nearly as bad when it's not tangled up with thought and emotion. So this is where that saying, what is it? I'm blanking on it now, but it's pain isn't optional, but suffering is. Something along those lines. And it's true. It's true. If you learn to work with physical pain this way, the suffering part is optional. And this actually comes into play with emotional pain as well. So let's say you've got a broken heart, or you're going through some kind of grief, some sort of loss, and you're feeling that in your body emotionally. You know, maybe there's that ache in the chest, maybe the stomach's upset, maybe there's kind of like a heavy, sad feeling in your face. So you can notice all of those as just sensation and separate out the story in your mind about them. And when we do this, that emotional pain just turns into sensation, which is a lot more manageable than the emotional sensation all tangled up with the thoughts about it, the story about it. And so that again is a place where you can be in pain, you can be in emotional pain, and still not be suffering. So you can have a completely broken heart and not suffer. So this takes practice. We have to practice separating the thought from the emotion, or separating the emotion and the thought from the physical pain. And if you practice it, you get better and better at it. And then when you find that you're in a situation where you're experiencing some kind of great physical pain or emotional pain, you have the tools in place and you don't have to suffer. So let's do a guided meditation working with this. Now, if you don't have any pain in your body, that's great. You might just have some minor discomfort, like an itch or a little ache from sitting, or maybe just like an antsy feeling, or maybe you're going through something emotional. There's an emotional feeling going on. So if there isn't any pain, isn't any discomfort, isn't anything like that, and you're just sitting there feeling great, then I really invite you and encourage you to just continue to sit there and feel great. Just feel the good feeling. On the other hand, if you are experiencing some kind of pain or discomfort, we'll work with that. So no need to create any discomfort, and no need to search and search and search for it if it's not there. Again, just enjoy that and just be with the body if there's no discomfort. And then if some discomfort arises, you'll start doing the technique that we're practicing. All right? So let's begin by settling into your posture. Remembering that can be sitting in a chair, that can be sitting on the floor, that can be lying down, it can even be standing up. Do what's right for your body today. And from your posture, we'll begin to invite some more relaxation into the body. So start by softening your forehead. Invite your forehead to smooth out, soften, and relax. And relax the space between your eyebrows. And relax your eyes. Relax any tension in the eyes and relax all those little muscles around your eyes. Now relaxing your cheeks. And down into your jaw, relaxing and releasing the jaw, letting the mouth drop open a little, really letting the jaw go. And now inviting that relaxation to move down your neck. and over your shoulders relaxing and releasing down. And inviting that relaxation to move down your arms, and into your hands relaxing. Nothing special you need to do with your hands, just let them rest and relax. And we're going to continue relaxing through the body. But just remember, if there's a part that doesn't want to relax, that's okay. You don't have to try to force it. Instead, just relax all around that tension. Letting go of resistance to the tension. Okay, now let's relax into the chest. And follow that down into the stomach, relaxing and releasing the stomach, inviting your stomach to be soft. This is an area that's very vulnerable on humans. So we tend to want to tighten it up. It's also an area that we think should be tight and flat, which is not a reality for most of us. And so there can be this sense of holding in, and we just want to let that go now. Just let it go. We also aren't always breathing fully, and so the stomach isn't getting the opportunity to expand and contract with the breath. So when we invite the breath to drop in a little deeper, without any forcing, without a lot of control or effort, just allowing the breath to drop into the belly as well. This helps the stomach to soften a bit. And we'll relax the sides of the torso. And inviting the back to relax. Softening the upper back. Just using the muscles you need for sitting, if you are sitting. Softening the mid back. And softening the lower back. Relaxing and letting go. Now beginning to invite that relaxation into the hips and the seat and the pelvic area. Inviting all of that to soften and relax. And now relaxing down both of your legs. And into your feet. Good. Now from here, you always have the option to just stay with relaxation. If that's what's working for you today and that's what feels good and you want to just explore relaxation, you can always do that. That's a great meditation. So if you like, you can just stay with the relaxation, continuing to nurture and explore the sensation, noticing how relaxation feels throughout your body. Or if you like, you can move on and start to notice if there's any area of discomfort or pain in the body. So for some of you, it might be very obvious. Immediately, there's the pain. For some of you, maybe there's not so much discomfort in the body right now. And if that's the case, again, that's great. You don't have to find anything. You certainly don't have to create anything. Instead, just stay with the body, stay with relaxation, and then join me with working with physical pain technique if any comes up. So this could also just be slight discomfort. Maybe there's an itch, or maybe one of your legs is asleep. So if there is some sort of physical discomfort or pain happening in the body, I want you to place your attention on it without trying to get rid of it. Just start to feel it. What does this discomfort feel like in the body? Does it throb, burn, itch? Does it expand, contract, vibrate, tingle? How big is it? Do you feel it deep in your body or just on the surface of your skin? Just starting to get to know this sensation. And the important piece is that we get to know it with curiosity and with acceptance. So you're not trying to get rid of it. You're just getting to know it, getting curious about it. Now, this is a physical awareness curiosity, not a mental curiosity. So if you find yourself thinking a lot about the discomfort or the pain, just come back to what it actually feels like. Explore the sensation. That doesn't mean you have to quiet the mind. It doesn't mean you have to turn your thoughts off. Remember, we don't do that here. But instead, just redirect your attention to the body. Anytime you find yourself pulled into the story, whether it's a story about discomfort in the body, or whether it's just some story about what you're going to do later today, or a conversation you had yesterday, you're just going to pick that attention up very gently and bring it back to the body, back to any physical discomfort. And we're just exploring it, just feeling it, getting to know it. If you find that you're tightening up around the pain, physically resisting it, see if you can release that, let that go. Offering this uncomfortable sensation total acceptance, or as much acceptance as you can muster anyway. Sometimes when you focus on physical pain in this way, it can get stronger for a while. And that's okay. You can always move away from it if you become overwhelmed. You can always come back to relaxation. But if you're able to stay with it, just stay with it, and you'll see that it starts to change. It might get stronger for a moment, and then weaker, and stronger again, and then it might vanish altogether. So for some of you, you may have already noticed that when you offer acceptance and bring in some curiosity, that physical pain starts to vanish, starts to come apart. So I want you to get especially interested in the movement and the change of this uncomfortable sensation that you're noticing. And if your sensation has vanished, You can always move to another uncomfortable sensation if there is one. So if you're focused on an uncomfortable sensation, just start to notice how it moves, how it changes. So if it's contracting, that's maybe a subtle inward pressure. If it's tingling, there's a lot of movement and change in tingling. Same thing with throbbing, burning, anything like that. There's a real sense of flow, of movement in those sensations. So I want you to tune in especially to that. Remember, you don't have to do anything about the pain or the discomfort. Just feel it. Just offer it your acceptance. Get curious and explore the sensation, noticing all the ways in which it moves and changes. Now, if it just seems solid, that's fine. Just explore it that way. Maybe exploring the edges. Get a sense of how big it is, what's going on at the center. And you might start to notice that it does have even just a subtle, slight movement and change. And then I want you to tune into that. If you get pulled into thought, whether it's thought about the discomfort or thought about something else entirely, just bring your attention back to the body. Relax all around the discomfort. That's a way you can offer it acceptance, by physically relaxing around it. Again, this doesn't mean it goes away. We're just creating a space in which it can do what it needs to do. Now remember, you can practice this with emotional discomfort as well. So if you're feeling any kind of emotional discomfort in the body, you can start to relax around that. And start to experience it as purely sensation. Not good or bad. Not intertwined with a story about why the emotion's there, or what you should do about it, or whose fault it is that you feel that way. Instead, just explore the sensation as sensation, separate from the thoughts. You don't have to quiet the thoughts. Just don't hang out with them and engage them. And if you find that you have, then just untangle and come back to sensation. Maybe you can explore just a little deeper what this discomfort is physically, what it's made up of. Are there layers of different sensations within the sensation? Can you just drop into the movement and the change of the sensation? Really allowing yourself to dive in and explore. We'll take just another moment here, letting go of the story and just hanging out with the body. Okay, good. Let's begin to let that go. And I just want you to come back to relaxation. So let's again, starting at the top of the body, begin to relax the head and the face. The scalp relaxing. Eyes relaxing, the mouth relaxing, releasing the jaw if it's snuck back up into a crunched position. Continuing to relax down the neck, the shoulders, the arms. Relaxing the hands, and really bringing your attention to what's relaxed. So we've been focusing on discomfort, and now we're switching back to focusing on relaxation. So if you find yourself drawn to discomfort, just gently pick your attention up and put it back on what's relaxed. Relaxing your chest and your stomach. Relaxing your back. Inviting that relaxation to move down into your hips and your seat and your pelvic area. Relaxing and softening. And letting that relaxation spill down your legs and into your feet. So just take a moment here to focus on the relaxation, to nurture it. Okay. When you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes if they're closed. Great work. It's wonderful to meditate with you. So we have time for any questions or reports. If there's anything you'd like to add or you'd like to share, please type it in the comments, and then I'll answer it the best I can. And while we're waiting to see if we have any questions, I'll just make a few announcements. So we have a bunch of cool stuff coming up. We have our normal schedule starting, let's start with today. Today we have this Facebook Live class with me. That's every week at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Then on Saturday mornings, Jennifer Howd, she hosts a community sit and social in Atwater Village. And then Sundays, I have a class in Silver Lake at 5 p.m. And keep an eye out for some other offering in the morning on Sundays from Jennifer Howd. We've wrapped up our time at the Frog Spot for the season, but she's working on maybe putting something else together for Sunday morning, so keep an eye out for that. And then Mondays, right now, in November it's on Tuesday, but in general we're doing the Circle on the first Monday of the month. That's led by Erwin Ambrose and Story Tribe. Again, for November it's going to be the first Tuesday. Then we have the third Monday of the month. I have a women's meditation class and workshop, which is going to start in November. I think I can't remember the date, but it'll be the third Monday of the month. And then the fourth Monday of the month, or maybe I'm mixing this up. Maybe mixing up the days that it's happening. So better yet, go to the Eastside Mindfulness link that I added to the description of this video, and that'll give you the correct information for Mondays. It's probably a better bet than relying on my memory after I just woke up. So we will move on from Mondays. There is a class on Wednesday nights in Highland Park that generally Chris teaches, though I've been teaching it this past week and maybe next week, not sure. But usually it's Chris, and then sometimes I fill in or someone else fills in. So I think that's everything we have going on regularly right now. But then there is some stuff starting up, like the women's class I mentioned, the Circle, which is counsel with Erwin. We're going to have a day-long retreat in January. It's going to be January 8th, I believe. It's a Sunday. And that'll be led by myself and Jennifer Howd and Chris Kelly. That'll be a really wonderful opportunity to deepen your practice, so keep an eye out for that. And there'll be some other stuff coming up, so join the meetup group for Eastside Mindfulness Collective, and you can also join the Facebook group for the Eastside Mindfulness Collective. We also are in the midst of a 30-day meditation challenge. You're welcome to jump on board, even though I think we're about 5 days in now. You can join up, do a 25-day challenge, or tack a few more days on at the end. That you can find on the Eastside Mindfulness Collective Facebook page, the event for that, and then you just join the event and you check in each day and let the group know how you're doing with your practice. And it's been really great. So I think that's it for announcements. It doesn't look like we have any questions. Last chance, anybody have a question that they'd like to extend to me, to the group? Okay, well in that case, feel free to contact me if you're wanting to reach out about your meditation practice. Any questions you might have, anything you want to share with me, you can reach me through my website. It's meditationwithjessica.com, and there's a contact form there. You can also get me on Facebook or Meetup, or call me or text me if you have my number. And yeah, I'm always happy to help support your practice. All right. Have a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.